Hi everybody, it's me again, Riss, with another reading, this time for the beginning of August, early August, for 2025. First of all, I want to wish everybody a good day. I hope things are going well for you, and I hope you've enjoyed your summer so far. I know we still have the month left, but for me, my kids start school early, so summer's pretty much ending. We spent it trying to get our pool working, and that just didn't happen. We spent a lot of money trying to get our pool going because it's hot over here. So, all right. So today's read, or for my second read, is for the air signs Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. I'm just gonna kind of go over and see what cards my intuition is leading me to use today, and we'll go from there. All right. I will tell you, I don't use too much tarot, but when I do, I go by my own cards mostly, and what I get from it. The other thing I want to let you know is I keep it light over here, so no matter what your belief system is, whoever you pray to, or whatever your religion or your spiritual beliefs, you're welcome here. Just keep it light. Don't wish me harm. I wish none for you. All right, so let's go for this one. I think it was here. Okay, this one. We are going to do tarot, but I think we should do that after. Let's do, okay. Again, this is a potential path. So it doesn't mean that it's necessarily something that's going to happen. It could happen. But it all depends on what actions you take and if you feel this reading is for you or resonates. And I do say that. I know a lot of people say, hey, don't say that. It's either, I do believe that it's either for you or it's not. Okay, we got 3 cards here. Oh, we got, okay. So I have this rule. If a pile of cards pops out, I do not take that full pile. It's too much. All right, let's get, this is for my air signs. I hope everyone's feeling well today. I know shuffling takes a while sometimes when I do these readings. Okay, that popped out. I'm going to have to take it because I came back. But that way you know exactly that this isn't planned out. This just, it's what happens. It's not played out. It's too much. Okay, so do I continue with this? Okay, then let's be more careful. I got to go on, not a vacation, I went on a trip with my family, and spent a couple days out in the woods, and it was really, really nice. And we don't go on these like big city trips. We tend to go to places that are a little bit more, fun still. We do more activities outside. We were able to rent this nice place, and we're very thankful and happy about it. All right, so let's see here. So air signs, I feel that you're in your feelings, but hold on a second. But there's some healing that still needs to take place. It feels like, for whatever reason, the words and the actions aren't meeting up. This could be someone in your energy. It doesn't have to be you, but it's quite possible that it is. There's nothing that can console me right now. This is from the Vikings. And then I was in love once. I got hurt really bad. I never want to go through that again. That's understandable. And then we've got, real sorry your mom blew up. Ricky, doctor said she'll be okay from Better Off Dead. Doesn't say anything in Better Off Dead and Vikings. I feel like there needs to be some sort of truth from your, it's like the emotions aren't quite, it's like they're not matching up. Okay, what else can we get for our air signs? Immaturity, possibly, or before I go any more on that, because I want to be careful, is there anything else I can get from that? I'm gonna hold off. I don't want to say anything too much until I know. For air signs. Love isn't brains, children, it's blood. Blood screaming inside you to work its will. Well, then why do you do it? Because you asked me to. I feel there's some sort of confliction between, quite possibly, this could have been you did something for someone a while back that was big, gigantic. And maybe it didn't go so well. Or vice versa. This could be something where you're afraid to allow your feelings to go there because of the situation didn't. This is conflicting. I keep getting truth, which is interesting because we know that Libras are all about that, right? Libras in their true state. It's about truth. So things balance. The honesty. Honesty is the best policy. This is interesting. So this might not be Libra. This could be either a Gemini or an Aquarius. This is okay. I kind of like these readings, but at the same time, I have to be really careful because I don't want to get them incorrect. So I try to be really careful with what I say and how I say it. Let's see here. Let's do, you know what? Do the tarot, so let's do that then. Okay, I am using tarot, but again, this is how I perceive it because of what they're from. Again, they're from entertainment. So I usually go by the characters or the actors and actresses, the story. Ooh, this is really... It's almost like you want to be one thing, but it's coming across in a different way. I haven't flipped over that other card yet. Can I get one more? Sorry, the shuffling does take a while. That's too much. Okay, let's go back in there. Let's see what the other card is. Okay. I don't usually take reversals, but I feel like I have to do this. That's different. But I will read what it's asking that you should do, okay? Or telling you what you should do. So we got the King of Pentacles here, Mel Gibson from The Patriot. I just rewatched that movie. I thought that I had the narrative right the first time when I watched, again, mind you, I was like in high school. I think maybe just graduated. It was either senior year or, yeah. But yeah, I had it wrong. Some of it. It says dependable, practical, encouraging, and grounded. On top of that, but upside down reversal, it is saying that there's direction that is lacking. There's too much control. And I feel like it's not like there's something about the willpower, okay? It's like, maybe things seem like they're moving, but they're not moving in the direction that needs to be done. I don't think this is Libra. Libra, where are you? We need you. Can I get one more? Okay, let's see here. And again, I'm trying to say this the kindest way possible. So, again, if you don't feel like this is you, this could be someone in your energy. Go within. Are you doing what feels right? Not just for you, but for others. I feel like, on one hand, you feel like you're this. And again, I can only help. I should have said this from the beginning. When we do readings for others, and we're giving readings for others, not for ourselves, but for others, it means that in one way, shape, or form, you're needing help. You asked for help, because that's the only time that we can actually get readings. So this is okay. So maybe there's this part of the aspect of you that needs to be revisited. It feels like something got, and things started changing. Sometimes the strongest things we can do, not just for others, but for ourselves, of course, is admit when we've messed up. I've messed up. There's many people that have messed up. There's a difference between mistakes and actions. So, say that we were holding a glass of milk and it dropped. That's a mistake. And we're like, shoot. Ugh. And then we bend down and we clean up the mess, right? I don't want to use that aspect, but again, this is like one of the only ones that stick out for me is like affairs. They're not mistakes. Those are choices that we have made. I'm not saying that's the case in this one. I'm not saying that it's an affair. But there's a big difference between dropping a glass of milk. You acknowledge that you dropped the glass of milk and you clean it up. But then if some people, like, they're like, it was a mistake that they had an affair, but then they go and they, I don't want to say it, but everybody's been talking about it. So using that analogy kind of works. The suing of Coldplay, I don't think that's gonna work. But yeah, you bought the tickets. So I mean, it's one of those things, right? So okay, again, this doesn't have to be you. This could be somebody in your energy. So maybe you are a Libra and you're like, what's going on? This ain't me. So yeah, this could be, it's, again, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just, I have to pull away from a lot of the stuff that we see on YouTube now, because it just gets to be, not just YouTube, but like the news and stuff. You have to pull away just so then you're like, hey, I got my own stuff I got to deal with. Yeah, I feel like I have to say sorry to Libra, because I feel like Libra's just standing there like, what the? Okay, there's one. Let's see, another thing. One more? Spirit? Sorry that the shuffling takes a while. It's too much. Can't take it. The bank robbery. Though this card represents theft, it is not one about material or money. Instead, you have felt drained of your energy or second-guessed yourself. Remember your accomplishments and recognize your worth and own it. So I think maybe once upon a time there was true, like, worth here, saying that I'm good enough, I can do this, I got this. Whatever that may be. It could be a project, could be small, it doesn't have to be this big, like, but then somewhere, because we don't take that direction or take the wrong direction, it kind of messes things up. So that's why when readers tell you to kind of go in, when they're asking you to, think, feel, hear, see, go with what your spirit, your soul, or your heart is telling you to, where to go. I mean, they do mean well. It's not, you have to go within, but I can't tell you what to do. You should go from within. Okay, this one flipped. This will be my last one for the day. The cowboy. You're very protective of those you care about. Be careful of being too aggressive. Your reputation could be in danger. I feel like now I'm talking to a Libra. Possibly an Aquarius. Is this something you tell yourself every day to get ready for the day? I always say this in my readings, though, is like when you tell yourself to remember accomplishments, recognize your worth, we also have to acknowledge the people that helped us along the way, that or your guides. I just dropped that. Your guides, God, Creator, Spirit, your angels, your ancestors, your friends, your family, whomever. give thanks. Be thankful. Even on those days where you're crying and you're upset, be thankful. Always. Recognize your worth. Personally, alone, solo, what are you doing? Ask yourself that. What are you doing? If you are doing those things, being thankful, make sure you're putting that thankfulness in the right people, not people that are having you go astray. Okay, there's that. And then the cowboy, you are very protective of those you care about. Be protective, not controlling. It's kind of like, from a mom point of view, telling your daughter to be careful who they date, or telling your son, treat a woman with respect. And then, if they don't do that, but you gave the lesson, you encouraged them, it's that's being a teacher that's being protective, not controlling, because you have to let them learn through the experience themselves that, hey, that relationship fell through, or I didn't do my homework and I have a bad grade, but my mom or my dad told me to get it done and to do it. You can still be encouraging and protective without being controlling and hovering over and watching every single thing. So we'll keep that in mind. Again, this could be somebody in your energy. It could be something that you've already learned, and maybe you're just going back and you're thinking about those times. I feel like there's something about, especially Libra and Gemini, that I'm getting. So I don't know if there's this thing as Libra's like, okay, all right, you wanted it. So I that's just what I'm feeling. It doesn't have to be the case. But all right, I wish you well, and remember, stay decent. Please choose to be decent. Have a wonderful day.